Wait, good morning, bonjour, ulakut, nakumi khayahuyigatsi ilunasi, honored guests, elders, survivors, good morning. I'm honored here to join you today, and I acknowledge that we are gathered on the territory of the Swapan Nation, specifically the territory of the Kamloops Swapan. I also open my heart to the survivors who are with us here today, and to the families and communities that suffered generational trauma from the many threads intertwined with the residential school experience. You've known for so long. Vous le savez depuis si
and
longtemps.
you've known for so long.
You knew what happened here, the atrocities, the deaths, the loss, and the silence. So many children gone, so much possibility gone. It has been called a discovery, the discovery of unmarked graves of children cruelly ripped away from this life too soon. But it isn't a discovery so much as a confirmation of your experiences and knowledge passed down from generation to generation. And now everyone knows. It shouldn't have taken that long, but finally people know. And knowing has transformed this community. People have made pilgrimages here to pay their respects, to say they're sorry, to show their support. But you haven't yet had time to grieve, to make peace in your hearts. I hope today contributes to that process of healing. It will take time. Healing is a migration, not a destination. It begins slowly, softly, and carefully. It follows its own path, carrying us forward, but also in many other directions. Yesterday, I walked a path through these grounds. Since then, I've searched for the words to convey my horror, my pain. Horror at the images that filled my heart with sorrow, of the fear and anguish every child here endured. Pain at the senseless loss of life in your families and communities. It's unimaginable that a place of learning was so cruel. It's inexcusable that people could commit these atrocities, or that people could stand silent as they were committed. In our communities, towns, and cities, we expect schools to be places of learning and friendship. Here at Kamloops, residential schools, that was a lie. En tant que Canadiens,
as Canadians,
nous attendons
we expect
que nos écoles
our schools
soient des lieux d'apprentissage
be places of learning
d'amitié.
and friendship.
Mais ici,
But
au
here,
pensionnat de
at the residential school of
c'était
Kamloops,
un mensonge.
that was a lie.
It was here Indigenous children unlearned who they were, unlearned your culture and language and beliefs, unlearned how to value themselves. They followed the orders given to them. Don't ask questions. Don't speak your language. Obey. Be silent. Be still. Follow. Over the years, we as Indigenous peoples have rediscovered our voice, but that doesn't mean people listened or understood. Today, we make ourselves heard across the country. Although it's hard, we're telling Canadians and the world about our wounds and pain, our anguish and outrage. And I know that so many have now heard us. From every corner of the country, we are united in the horror and sadness we feel. And now we must find a way forward together and to be united in saying, never again will we stay silent. So many unmarked graves, so many children who suffered and died because society thought they knew what was best, because people turned a blind eye. Today, we honor the victims. We honor the children who suffered, the lives gone unfulfilled, and all that could have been. No child deserves to be treated or disrespected, to be dismissed, abused, made to feel less than human. And no child deserves to have their friends disappear, never to be seen again, always wondering, am I next? Residential schools have left a long legacy of guilt, shame, fear, and fury. But as hurt as I am, and as sad as I am, I can only end up by speaking of hope, because there is always hope. Hope that the preservation of these places, the stories told and retold, will bring about understanding and respect. Hope that we can begin to heal, begin to forgive ourselves for being here when so many others are not. And hope that Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples can work together to build a better society, one free of judgment and inequality, one where everyone can speak and hear the truth. A Canada where we truly belong without giving up who we are, where we have safe spaces to tell our stories. We as Indigenous peoples grow up with legends and myths of creation and family. Eventually, we make our own stories, which we pass down to the next generation. At this residential school and others like it across the country, churches and governments eradicated Indigenous languages and identity through corrupt policies. They took away our stories. Over the years, too much of our culture, language, and people have been lost because of residential schools, colonization, and assimilation policies. We still feel the impacts today. We still experience trauma today. For these children, their stories were cut short, but you won't let it end like this. By speaking up, you strip away the anonymity forced upon them by the school. These were young boys and girls with hopes and dreams, love in their hearts, and their lives ahead of them. They had families and friends and were integral to their community and culture. And it's up to all of us across the country to tell the stories of these kids, no different than any other child, no different than our children, to say in one voice, we failed and you. We can never let that happen again. Nous ne pouvons plus jamais
We can never
laisser
let
cela
that
se reproduire.
happen again.
The time for "we didn't know" is over. To all Canadians, I deliver this message. Indigenous families didn't know what happened to their children, and many still don't. Most Canadians didn't know about residential schools. Now they do. How then do we move forward from the shadows to the light and begin to heal? Wherever I go in Canada or around the world, I vow to take your stories with me. I will share your stories and the stories of these children. I will do my part to bring their memories into the light. I consider this a sacred responsibility as Governor General, as an honorary witness of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, and as a mother, and a grandmother, and a great-grandmother. This is a responsibility all Canadians share. We all need to listen. We all need to understand. It is important that we teach the real history in our schools, the good and the bad. By incorporating this truth into our curriculum, we make sure the next generation grows up dedicated to building and restoring relationships, to reconciliation, to seeing things differently, and to valuing Indigenous knowledge and stories. Finally, I want to say how proud I am of you and your work. This isn't easy. To face this painful past, the abuses suffered, both mental and physical, requires strength. This community needs time, space, and support to heal. Don't diminish your own suffering. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Find strength where you can, in your hearts, with family and friends, from the community, or if you can, from mental health services. This is the first community in Canada, but by no means the last, to experience this grief. As a country, we must address the lack of available resources, training, and support for mental health services in Indigenous communities. We must all work in unison to support each other and to champion accessible services that incorporates Indigenous knowledge and language. There is a word in Inuktitut, in my mother tongue, ayuinata. It means to never give up, to keep going, no matter how difficult the cause may be. You never gave up. You continued to tell your stories, continued to tell these children's stories. Together, you confront this painful past. Together, you will make sure these children are brought home. And together, we will continue building a better future for Indigenous peoples. On behalf of all Canadians, I offer my sincerest condolences. Lais Patina Samku, we mourn with you, we stand with you, we believe you. Nous pleurons avec vous,
We
nous
cry with
sommes
you.
à vos côtés,
We
nous
are
vous croyons.
beside you, and we
mourn
pray with you.
We stand with you, we believe you. Thank you, merci, Nakokmik.